What is the best value rifle in Airsoft today? We know many of you watching have probably got your own picks, so please do let us know in the comments. But for us here at BZ, we've got a pretty convincing challenger for the best value rifle in Airsoft today, and it's here on this table. If you're not aware, KWA Performance Industries are one of the top Airsoft brands to come out of the United States. They've got a reputation for making high quality replicas at a mid-range price level. Whether it be the MP9, the Ronin series, or their range of pistols, KWA make everything to the highest quality they can, and they even pull parts from other manufacturers like PTS and Magpul. And that's why KWA guns have such a strong reputation for being great straight out of the box. Now, while KWA is mostly known for their full metal construction airsoft guns like the MP9, like the Ronin T10, etc., back in 2021, they surprised us with the announcement of their new KWA Originals series. KWA Originals are a series of polymer replicas that are based on their pre-existing full metal constructed rifles. The range started off with the KWA E4 and the KWA E9, which both released here in the UK in 2022. These are modelled after the Ronin T6 and the Ronin T10. And then that was followed up in early 2023 with what we like to call the KWA Ladies range. We've got the KWA Rain 4, which is modelled after their QRF Mod 2. Their extremely popular Scarlet 47, which is of course modelled after their Ronin 47 AAG. We've got the Lucy 4, which is modelled after the Straight Mag QRF Mod 3. We've got the Iris 4, which is of course modelled after the Ronin TK45. And last but certainly not least, one we almost forgot about, as you might have noticed by a little rearranging on the table there, we've got the Ava 4, which is of course modelled after the QRF Mod 1 with the lovely banana mag there. So you might be asking yourself, why are you doing a review on guns that are 2+ years old? Well, to put it in simple terms, in 2022, 2023, and now set for 2024, the KWA E9 and the KWA E4 have been our two best-selling rifles for each year on the bounce. The KWA Originals range are some of the most popular rifles that we sell. They very rarely get any negative feedback from customers. They're used by rental sites and players alike. They're pretty much our go-to recommendation for anyone who's looking for an AEG under £300. And you're really going to struggle to find an Airsoft AEG that's as good value for money as these are. So we thought we'd give you a full overview of what makes these so great, since so many people ask about them. We're going to focus mainly on the E9 and the E4. Internally, the rest of the KWA Originals range is extremely similar to the E4, the only difference being what type of magazine it takes. So pretty much everything that we say that we apply to the E4 also applies to the rest of the KWA Originals range. The E9 is just a longer version of the E4, but it does have a couple of differences between the rest of the Originals line that we're going to go over in just a second. We're also going to show you a UK exclusive colorway that's available for the E9 and the E4 that KWA has not done for any other rifle they've ever produced. So to start off, let's look at what you get included in the box. For this, we're going to use an E4. It's very similar for each of the KWA Originals, what you get included in the box. Just lay that on top and open it up. So included with the E4, you of course get their mid-cap magazine. You'll get a different magazine depending on which of the Originals range that you order. Like all of KWA's M4 AEGs, it comes with an MS120 magazine, but you'll see that the E series actually comes with this Midnight Mint blue tip. In the box, you get a speed loader, you get some M-LOK rails in there as well, and you get a tool for adjusting the FPS. We'll go over that in a moment. KWA in general are pretty good at including some extra goodies in the box. One of the better brands for doing this. And of course, you get your KWA Eve 4 rifle, or whatever KWA original you choose. And as you'll see, this is the Midnight Mint edition. Now, as we mentioned, this color has been produced specifically for the UK market. You can only buy it from UK stores like BZ Tactical. It was actually KWA's brand representatives in the UK that requested for this color to be manufactured specifically for us. That's because here in the UK, we have the valid defense law and we have two-tone rifles. But KWA didn't just want to produce another boring dark navy blue two-tone or a dark red two-tone. Of the MS120 Midnight Mint magazines, These do come in all black, and of course you can use any other M4AG magazines with the Eve series. And of course, if you don't like the Midnight Mint colorway, you can just get it in all black as well. But this one doesn't require a valid defense for purchase. If you want more information about that, check our previous video. So that's everything you get included in the box. We're going to take a closer look at some of the main features of the KWA Eve 4. Again, these features are applicable to most of the other original series, barring the magazine. And as we said earlier, these are actually all modeled after much more expensive full metal constructed rifles, but not only are they modeled after them, barring any recoil that's included with those rifles, these all actually have the same internals as their more expensive counterparts. That's right, so while these may be £100+ cheaper than their full metal counterparts, these are actually going to give you all the same performance and power straight out of the box as those would. But let's take a closer look at some of the main features on the gun. You've got the PDW stock at the back, which they all come with, barring the Eve 9. We'll get onto that in a moment. Up top, you've actually got PTS branded iron sights. We mentioned it earlier. These collaborate with PTS on most of their rifles, and these are made by PTS, which makes them such great quality, and you don't have to buy any upgraded iron sights to go with any of your KWA originals because they're already there. You've got a side charging handle, which allows for convenient top-up adjustments. You've got a nice chunky mag release, but it's not too chunky that you're accidentally going to hit it and your magazine's going to fall out in the middle of the game. Again, you've got the 120 round magazine as standard. I believe all of the KWA originals come with a 120 round magazine. Now let's talk about the construction of the KWA originals. They're all made from polymer, but this isn't your cheap and nasty lightweight polymer. This polymer is actually made by Magpul for KWA, which means it's extremely high quality. It's very, very durable, and that's why more and more sites across the UK are actually running these as rental guns. I know that it's well over 100 Eves and Eve 9s, Eve 4s and Eve 9s are being used currently by sites as rental guns because they're not going to break very easily. We're going to show you of that. And because the polymer is made by Magpul, these are actually a bit heavier than a lot of players expect them to be. They see a polymer gun, they think it's just going to be very, very lightweight, like some of the cheaper polymer guns are, but this has actually got a bit of weight to it. It's not so weighty that you're going to have sore arms at the end of a full day playing with it, like you might do with a fully metal constructed gun. But there is a bit of heft to them, but that's a sign of the quality. You know that this thing isn't going to just smash as soon as you drop it. It's a very well made, well constructed rifle. And that applies for the entire original series, whether you've got the Scarlet 47, you've got the Iris 4, the Lucy, the Ava, the Rain, they're all made from the same polymer. They all have basically the same internals. It's just the magazines that are different. This is the only difference between the smaller originals range. Another bonus to the originals is that not only does it have a side charging handle, easy hop-up adjustment, it has got a rotary hop inside, so you can literally just pull back and go up or down. You adjust your hop just like that, simple as that, and you're ready to go. One thing I really like about the originals is that it just feels really good in your hand. Both of the grips are really well made. They've got a nice texture to them. They feel good in the hand. They feel good to hold. They're the perfect way, I think. They're just a very nice gun to use, especially for a long period of time. Internally, you've got the same 2.5 plus VPS gearbox that you'd see in the likes of the TK45, the Ronin series, etc., but at that much cheaper price point of £245. Got 2-port muzzle brake, it's got ambi fire controls. So obviously this does come with a PDW stock, it comes with the enhanced PTS iron sights up top, it comes with a KWA branded foregrip at the front, but you can upgrade this thing further. You've got a rail up the top for optics and accessories. It also comes with 2 M-LOK rails that you can put on the side of the gun if you want to add something like a flashlight on the side. And it comes with 2 quick detach sockets if you want to attach a sling to this thing as well. So although all of the originals are based on other rifles, they do have some advantages over their full metal counterparts with some of these added accessories. You're gonna struggle to find a better performing gun for the under £250 mark that the E4 and most of the originals are at. As for battery power, straight out of the box, we recommend using 11.1 LiPo 1250 milliamp 20C Dean's connection. We've obviously used the Rebel power range, but other brands are available, of course. But if this is not enough power to get you through the day, all of the KWA Originals range take the AirTech Studios Ronin battery extension adapter, so you can run a much bigger battery like the 11.1 lithium ion 3000 milliamp 10C battery. This is a mini Tamiya, but we would recommend a Dean's collection. We just don't have the Dean's one in stock. This is the optimum battery to run when you've got the battery extension in Dean's, obviously. But a backup, if you can't get one of those, is an 11.1 LiPo 1450 milliamp battery with 30C Dean's connection. But as great as all of those rifles are, they're not the best value for money. That honor has to go to the bigger brother, the KWA Eve 9. Now at less than £265, that already sounds like an absolute bargain when you consider it's got all of the same features that we've just gone over with the Eve 4, the Magpul polymer body, the PTS iron sight charging handle, the rotary hop, the included foregrip, the 120 round mag, etc, etc. But the Eve 9 comes with a couple of extra features that the Eve 4 doesn't, starting with the PTS enhanced polymer stock. That's right, straight out of the box, the KWA Eve 9 comes with a PTS Syndicate EPS stock. This is a £55 stock included out of the box. It is one of the best quality stocks on the market at that price range. So yes, for just £20 more than the E4, not only do you get a longer rifle up front, you also get this big chunky PTS £55 stock at the back. And guess what? It takes the bigger batteries as standard. You don't need to purchase a battery extension on top of the gun. This will already take the bigger size batteries straight out of the box. So for just an extra 20 quid, you're saving yourself having to buy a new stock. You're saving yourself having to buy a battery extension. It's there, out of the box, ready to go. Another reason why the Eve 9 is more popular in general than the Eve 4 is that the Eve 9 is just, for most players, a nicer rifle to hold. At this size, it's the perfect size and weight for most adult players. Some players prefer the smaller KWA Originals. Again, the rest of the guns are all the same length and they've got that adjustable PDW stock to get it the right size for you. But if you're a big beefy boy like me who likes a big beefy rifle, then the Eve 9 is much more satisfying to hold in your hands. We went over this in a recent video, the top 15 ways to get the most out of your rifle. It's important to get a rifle that's the right size for you. You can't adjust the grip at the front, you can move it if it's not quite in the right position for you. So let's just recap that. For £264.95, you get the same internal power as the full metal constructed KWAs, which are at least £100 more expensive than these are, but you also get a PTS enhanced polymer stock straight out of the box, which is worth £55. You get the enhanced polymer iron sights from PTS as well, you get the rotary hop, you get a foregrip included, you get the Magpul body and a 120 round mag. Tell me if there's a better value rifle in Airsoft today than the Eve 9. I bloody dare you, get in them comments and give us your pick right now. And not to mention, it takes a pretty hefty battery straight out of the box, so you can play with this thing all day without having to worry about swapping out, as long as you remembered to charge, of course, as well. So we're in the BZ Tactical shop and we're going to show you the FPS adjustment tool that comes included with the KWA Originals line. So it's very easy to use. All you have to do is take the back of the stock off of your KWA Originals gun, whether that's the smaller PDW stock or the larger PTS stock that comes with the Eve 9. Please make sure that you remove your magazine before you do this. It's very easy to do. All you have to do once you've took the back off is you'll find a crosshead screw on the inside of the rifle. All you need to do is take that out using a crosshead screwdriver, nice and easy. Got our shop manager Bailey doing this. And once the screw is out, you take your FPS adjustment tool, you'll see a small hole inside of your stock like so. You just fit the tool in there and you just turn it so you can adjust the FPS of your gun. If it's not performing quite how you want it to, just give it a little turn and it'll improve the performance. Or if likewise, if it's shooting a bit too hot, you can decrease the FPS as well. Nice and easy. The reason why this is good is it means that you don't need to swap the spring out. You can just adjust the FPS as you go. It ranges from about 330 to 370 FPS according to KWA's website. Also, it means that if you have a screwdriver handy on you, if you chrono your gun and you find that it's shooting hot or it's not shooting high enough, you can adjust it on the go wherever you are. So I think I've made a pretty convincing case about why these rifles are so great, but we are going to try and be as impartial as possible. This isn't us just doing a puff piece for KWA. We want to give you our honest review of things. So we're going to go over a couple of cons that the Originals range has. Now, I swear that this isn't just because we sell the KWA range. With other products that we reviewed so far, even though we're still a fairly new channel, we have covered some of the negative points of the products, and that we do want to give an honest review of everything that we sell here. So one of our biggest ethoses here at BZ is that we don't want to just sell every single product under the sun. We just want to sell stuff that we know works and stuff that we know we can offer a good service on. So with certain products, we might not have the biggest range available compared to some of the other UK Airsoft stores, but you know, if we sell it, then 99% of the time, we're very confident in it. And if it's something that we find that isn't as good as we'd like it to be, then we're unlikely to ever stock it again. But of course, if you ever want any honest advice, you can send us a message or drop us an email, info@bztactical.co.uk. You can also give us a call. We've got a great sales team who are happy to give out product advice, general airsoft advice, whatever it is. We're open 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. Anyway, back on track with the actual video. Let's go over a couple of the negative points of the original series. Negative number 1, unless you're going for the E4 or the Eve 9, which take M4 magazines, which are the most widely available magazines in Airsoft, all of the other originals take proprietary magazines. Now, this isn't a major issue. A lot of guns out there take their own proprietary magazines. It's just that the KWA Originals range, barring the Eve series, they only have mid-cap magazines available. No high caps, just mids, I'm afraid. So if you're looking for something like the 250 rounds that an EPM1 can give you, you're not going to get it with anything other than the Eve 9 and the E4. So with most of these rifles, you would be limited to only buying KWA branded magazines, and if a certain magazine is out of stock in the UK for a long period of time, then you're not going to be able to source them for quite a while, which is a slight downside, but for most part, magazines are going to be in stock for all of these guns in the UK. BZ itself actually stocks more KWA mags than any other shop in the UK, but other shops are available. Point number 2, quite a small negative really, but if for some reason you don't like the foregrip that's included in the box, they're quite difficult to find another grip that will fit this rifle. So yeah, if you're looking to buy an Originals rifle, but you're desperately wanting to swap out the grip at the front, you're going to have a bit more of a difficult time compared to other AEG rifles out there. Negative number 3, straight out of the box, the KWA Originals line doesn't have the best hop-up rubber included. Don't get us wrong, it is completely fine. It will lift 0.25s, no problem at all, and it'll just about manage on 0.28s as well. But if you want to make sure you're getting the best performance possible, or you wanted to shoot heavier BBs like 2s, 3s, 3.2s, or even up to 3.6s, 3.2 to 3.6 is like the optimum weight that you can shoot for an AEG rifle here in the UK. As we recommended in our top 15 tips for getting the most out of your airsoft gun video, new hop rubber is always going to help, especially with a stock gun that you've just bought and it's got the stock hop rubber in it that's included out of the box. You'll have to swap out the hop up rubber, but this is pretty much standard for all AEG rifles at this price range. I don't think there's a AEG rifle at this price anywhere that would be able to handle 3s and above comfortably without swapping out the hop rubber. But don't worry, because this is a very cheap and very simple fix to do. We recommend going with the 60-degree Macaron hop rubber for AEGs by Maple Leaf and teaming that up with this tiny piece of plastic, the Omega hop up tensioner. Now, if you're not knowledgeable in the internals of an airsoft gun, or you've never really upgraded an airsoft gun, it might look ridiculous that these two tiny bits of plastic and rubber would make that much of a difference to your gun. But trust me, if your gun is not performing well, a new hop rubber is gonna improve that 9 times out of 10. These Maple Leaf Macaron hop rubbers are only £10 and they're improved just that bit more with the Omega hop up tensioner, which is just £6. So while it is a negative, it's a negative that's applied to most AG rifles, if not all in that price range, and it's rectified with just 2 parts, which cost a combined 16 quid. So all in all, not that big of a negative really. And that's just about all the negatives that we could really come up with. I didn't want to seem like we were being biased towards KWA. We wanted to be a bit impartial about this. So I asked 3 members of staff what are the negative points of the Originals range, and that's all we could really come up with. They're pretty small negatives really, and they're all rectified quite easily. As I said, get a new hop rubber. If you want more battery power for the smaller Originals, then you just get a battery extension or even a new stock if you like. And there's a whole proprietary mag thing, but if you like the look of a gun, say the Ava 4 here, if you like the look of this thing over everything else, then go for it. They still hold 120 rounds, these mid-cap magazines, so it's not like you're gonna have to reload every 5 seconds. They're still great quality, still have all the same internal power as the E4 and the Eve 9, just in a slightly different looking package. But if you just want the easiest life possible in finding magazines, then the E4, Eve 9, super easy to find, M4 AG magazines, problem solved. And we almost forgot another positive about the KWA Originals and KWA guns in general in the UK is that when you purchase a KWA gun from any UK store, including BZ Tactical, the KWA guns are actually chronoed to UK limits before they reach you. Every single KWA gun that's sold in the UK is manually checked by a member of the KWA UK team, and they're hopped to 0.2 grams on UK limits. So if you're purchasing one of the Originals range or one of their gas blowback rifles or any of their AGs, whatever it may be, if it's KWA in the UK, you know that out of the box it's going to be firing bang on for UK limits, and it's going to have checked over, so you know it's not really going to have any issues straight out of the box anyway. Also, all KWA guns that are purchased in this country come with a 1-year warranty, which is honoured by KWA UK. That means that all of the repair work takes place here in the UK, so you're not having to send it off to America or to the manufacturers, wherever that may be. You know that it's in this country, you know you can send it off and get it back in a reasonable time. So not only are they great guns at a great price, they come with a great warranty included as well. So that's it. This basically came across as a massive love letter to the KWA Originals series. That isn't our intentions. This is genuinely our honest review. We just think these are fantastic rifles. It's hard to say much bad about them. When you're paying less than £270 and you're getting PTS enhanced parts, and you get a foregrip, and you're getting a Magpul polymer body and everything else included, increased battery space compared to a lot of rifles at that price range, it's hard to really argue that this isn't one of the best value guns in Airsoft today. Also, we'd just like to thank everyone for helping BZ hit 1,000 subscribers. We've actually gained another 100 subscribers since the last time we filmed a video. So thank you all for getting us this far. We're going to continue to do YouTube videos like this. So if you like this review style of video, please hit the like button, remember to comment, remember to subscribe, and of course, if there's any products you'd like to see us review in the future, please do let us know. Thanks for watching.